welcome back to my channel where we talk about entrepreneurship and personal growth. On this channel, I provide personal growth tips for women to better themselves, to overcome obstacles, and just find ways to be great and to be the best you that you can be. So on today's video, what I want to do is give you 5 key tips to managing emotions. Now, these of course aren't the only key tips to managing emotions, but these are key tips that work for me personally, so I can let you know what ways that I actually use them and how they work for me. Now, the reason why I even wanted to make this video today, because this week has been just chaotic and it's been hard to try to manage my emotions on top of still trying to stay productive and just get through your busy work week. And it all started, I went on vacation last weekend, and it just turned into a huge disaster, from just unnecessary surprises, drama, to car troubles. So I didn't get back home until a day later, so it just completely messed up my whole work schedule. But instead of allowing my emotions to completely take over and me to just slack off, I had to sit and get within myself and just find what ways work best for me so that I can continue to move forward with everything that I have going on in my life right now. So let's get to these tips. Tip number 1, exercise. When you exercise, what this does is it releases reward and pleasure chemicals in the brain, which is also known as dopamine, and it just allows you to feel better. It gives you more energy to do more things that you want to focus on, and it just puts you in an overall good mood. It makes you feel good, it makes you look good. So this is definitely something that you should look into if you're already not doing it. If you are doing it, you know the rewards by now of exercising. Tip number 2, meditate. When you meditate, what this does is just gives you the opportunity to just dig deeper. If you need guidance, you can ask for that guidance. You can get clarity. If something's bothering you, you can ask specific questions and just allow the answers to come to you. But this just gives you just time away from just your emotions, just from other people, just from the everyday life, just so that you can get back in tune with yourself. And this will also help with managing your emotions, because whatever is in the way or causing any sort of stress in your life that you may be having, this will just put you at ease, and it'll just give you the time to just work through whatever those are so that you can get back in within yourself. Tip number 3. Now this one is a little difficult, but it is basically stopping your negative thinking before it grows. Now, I know this is easier said than done. You know, sometimes your mind is so powerful, and as soon as you get a negative thought, it can just go, like it can just continue to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And as it gets deeper, you're just digging yourself into a deeper, just negative hole. But as soon as you notice that you're having any type of negative thought, just stop it and say, wait, that's not me. That doesn't even sound like me or anything like that. So stop it dead in its tracks and reverse it, and to try to think about something that's more on the positive aspect, just so that you're not allowing the negative thoughts to take over. Just like your mind in any sense is powerful. So whether it's negative or positive, no matter which way it is, it's going to basically take on whatever your mind is consuming. So if it's just full, just nothing but negativity, that's all that's going to start to come, because you're just allowing it to come in. So switch any negative thoughts over to positive. Yes, it's very difficult, and that takes time. It takes control, but it can be done. So as soon as you feel or just think anything negative, stop yourself dead in your tracks and just completely just dead it right at that moment and start fresh. And I always want to give a quick example of switching your mindset from negative to positive. So, you know, we live everyday life. We can get busy, get overwhelmed. Say we're like, oh my gosh, I don't do anything but work all the time and pay bills. I got this car payment, I got this house, I gotta keep up with the house, I gotta do all this. Instead of thinking about everything that you do have to do, think about it in a positive way, like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I have a place or a roof over my head. I have this car that's getting me from everywhere that I need to go. I have this extra money so that I'm able to do the things that I do still like to do. So it's all about a mind shifting, and it's like I stated before, it's possible. You just have to be in control of yourself and your mind in order to switch over. Tip number 4, You must be open and accept what's going on around you. So, as I stated before, when I was going through my terrible weekend, I had to just take a step back and just realize it's not the external that's the issue. Sometimes it's what's going on within, and sometimes you have to just take a step back. So instead of, when I was thinking like, what did I do, what karma did I do to deserve what I'm going through right now, and then I had to take another step back. But sometimes, you know how you may pray or you may meditate, and sometimes the things come to you, but they don't always come in the way that you expected them to come. So instead of continuing that overwhelmed feeling that I was having, I took a step back and was like, wow, maybe I did pray to God, asking him, please prepare me for everything that I'm praying for. So I think it taught me patience. I think it taught me how to completely stop, stand still, dig within, and deal with my emotions at that specific moment. Because if I didn't stop and just reflect on everything that was going on, I would have definitely gone insane. I would have been just overwhelmingly stressed, and I wouldn't have been able to get through the rest of the day. So it's all about just accepting what's going on around you. Now, there is this quote from Marcus Aurelius. Now, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name, but basically what the quote is saying, it says, if you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it. And this, you have the power to revoke at any time. This just goes to show you that this is all within. Anything external is just a reflection of what could be going on in your life. So take that step back, go within, and just relax. Those emotions that you have to deal with them. You can't get past them. Deal with the emotions, and then after that, learn how to manage them and what way is going to be best for you to get through the rest of your day, so that you're not completely just giving up, that you're not completely just let all the negativity and just anything that could be bad or upsetting you just take over and just completely get you off track and get you away from who you are as a person. All that is digging within. The last tip of the day, tip number 5, and that is just notice the good things that are going on in your life. This kind of goes back to the tip about getting away from negative thinking. So sometimes when you get so consumed in thinking about everything that is just going wrong, you're not appreciating the things that you actually do have, the great things that are going on in your life. So what that is doing is just bringing you more of what you don't want. And then it's not going to give you any space to open up for the things that you do want, because if you're not appreciating what you already have, you're never going to feel like the things that you have are enough. So each step that you try to take forward to accomplish another goal, it's not going to be accepted in the way that it needs to, because you're still not looking at it in a way of gratitude. So take that step back. Everything is all about taking step backs. Sometimes you have to just slow down and just appreciate life. Be patient with and present with where you are now. The progression is going to come. It comes with work, but it also comes with gratitude. Be so grateful for what you do have. Switch all the negativity around to the positives. Everything in life can be found into a positive. So let's just stay positive. Let's stay motivated. Let's stay kind. Let's just accomplish goals that we want to accomplish. Let's just be strong-minded people. Let's continue to find different ways to manage and get through all the emotions that we have to go through on a daily basis, with social media, with work, with children, with family, with everything that's going on in our lives right now. We have to try to just manage every type of emotion that we have, just so that we can get to the next step, and where we're not taking things so personally, and where we're able to just move past certain things that normally would keep us in a hurdle, because we're too busy focusing on those negative emotions that aren't going to do anything but hold us back. So those are the 5 tips for the day. I hope these were helpful for you. Comment below if you have any other tips that you're using to manage your emotions and that work best for you and for you to get through your day. I would be very interested. So Thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you next week. And please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. All right, I'll see you guys soon.